everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals. Welcome back to my channel. This is a Faith Junk Journal with Me episode. I put one of these out every Sunday, and I just got my journaling Bible here on the left, and I've bookmarked the page that I will be looking at today, or the scripture, which is Psalm 139. It's the whole thing this time. Usually I choose just one verse or a couple verses, but this time I'm just choosing the entire psalm and I'm just flipping through my faith journal now, trying to find a page. I knew I wanted to include this selfie that I took of me. I thought that would go and tie in well with the whole theme of Psalm 139 about how God knows us and He's always with us. He sees us. He has precious thoughts about us. And even though we might feel ugly or useless or worthless or unlovable or all alone or any of these number of feelings, lost or confused or whatever, this psalm I find is a very comforting and encouraging psalm, especially for those moments. I mean, it's always a nice psalm anyway, but I feel like the Bible really comes alive and speaks to you most and resonates with you most when you're actually, going through a time where you need the words, these living words of life and light and love and strength, that can really, hit home and speak to you. Because we can read nice verses and we can read the Bible and be like, oh, that's great, and it is. But I find only when we go through something and we experience it and live it for ourselves that the words take on new meaning, that the words take on life, that the words have huge power. So anyway, I've just pulled out some items here. These are all from Stationery Pal. I'm loving decorating my pages using these items. There's a link below in the description box as well if you would like to check out Stationery Pal and grab your own junk journal supplies. They have so much, and there's also a coupon code for a discount, so check that out below. I chose this one here with the hand, like it's pointing, so it kind of means to me that we can go anywhere, but no matter where we go, God is still there. It doesn't matter. We might feel like we're gone too far off the path or too far over here or too far over there, but we can never ever get away from His love and His presence. So that's what that represents. And then I've got these traveler's notebook stickers here. So again, that's just tying in with that theme, like no matter where we go, no matter where we find ourselves traveling on this road of life, He is there with us. He is there with us. And even in those times when we feel like He's not there with us, He is. Just because it doesn't feel like He isn't with us, doesn't mean He isn't. He is always with us. So I stuck down the photo first of all, and then I'm working everything else around that. And I've got this little piece here in the corner that says "in the heart," so I chose that one to go with the idea that God loves us, and the verse or the psalm talks about how God has examined my heart, and He knows every thought we have, and He knows what we're going to say and where we're going to go, and he knows our heart and He loves us anyway. So that's one thing. One of my greatest fears in life was that if people really knew me, they wouldn't like me. But I don't have to have that fear with God because He already knows everything about me and He loves me. So that's one thing that has always been a foundation in my life, and something that I can stand on, something that for me is unshakable, and something that has just always been a rock for me. And I'm very, very grateful that I've had that like all my life. And then I like how it also has some flowers and it's kind of a bit blue, so that can represent me. And then I believe I add one of the stickers, one of these labels. I love label stickers. Label stickers are just the best. And I just choose one where I can write Psalm 139. So I've already got that little space at the top of the left hand page that says 26th of the 11th 21. So I always like to date my entries so I know what is speaking to me at different times. So just write Psalm 139 39 there, and then as I write out my thoughts, let me just read out the entire psalm for you. Maybe you want to close your eyes while you listen to this and really take it to heart, or maybe you want to journal along and maybe do your own page for this. Here we go. O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me. You know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts even when I'm far away. You see me when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything I do. You know what I'm going to say even before I say it, Lord. You go before me and follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand. I can never escape from your spirit. I can never get away from your presence. If I go up to heaven, you are there. If I go to the grave, you are there. If I ride the wings of the morning, if I dwell by the farthest oceans, even there your hand will guide me and your strength will support me. I could ask the darkness to hide me and the light around me to become night, but even in darkness I cannot hide from you. To you the night shines as bright as day. Darkness and light are the same to you. You made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. How precious are your thoughts about me, O God. They cannot be numbered. I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of sand. And when I wake up, you are still with me. And I'll just end it there. I just want to talk a bit about what I have written here about how God knows everything about us. He knows our thoughts, even our anxious thoughts. And I love that verse about even in the darkness, we can't hide from him. And so you guys know my depression and anxiety journey back in 2015 and 16. When I was going through that, I thought that I was in such a dark place that God's love couldn't push through that darkness. But one thing that I learned when I was going through that was his love is so strong and so powerful. It can go through the darkest of dark. No matter how dark it is, whatever you're going through, and no matter how black or how black the night is, or how mucky and dirty you feel like you are, his love is still in that. His love is stronger than all of that. His love is stronger than self-hatred. His love is stronger than hatred, and it can push through that, and that brings light. It brings his love, his presence, and for me, that's kind of when things turned around and changed, when I realized, oh, his love actually can penetrate this darkness that I feel all around me, and it can penetrate the darkness that I feel like is inside of me in my heart. And I just felt dark, and everything was just dark, and everything. But his love even pushed through into there, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And that's what I mean as well by his love has always been a foundation for my life, the thing that I stand on, no matter how dark things get. His love is something I can always stand on. And I love how, he goes before us and he follows us. He's before and he's after us. He's above us and he's below us. Even when you feel so far from him, he's right there. He's right there. And his hand of blessing is on you. It's on you. He guides you and he supports you. So even if you feel alone and lost and searching and unseen and unknown, he's right there, always ready to guide, ready to support. And I love that we are written in his book. I'm not sure if you can see that next to the Polaroid. It says written by. I did that intentionally. Written by God is that what that speaks to me about. That my existence, that my birth, that my days, that my life is all because of him, because he wrote it into existence. Even the bad days, even the depression days, he knew they were coming. He knew all about them. And he said, it's all okay. You're still loved. You're still with me. And it's all okay. Even those times when you go against me, even those times when you willingly and knowingly do things that you know aren't of me. Hey, I knew those were in the book and I still created you because I love you. And yeah, his love is everything. And the fact that he's with us is everything. So may you know that. May you know that He is with you. He knows everything about you and he still loves you. He knows about every day that you've gone through and every day that will come, and he still is with you in those days, the good and the bad. And he absolutely loves you. And these little gemstone washi tapes, I love using these. That just represents his precious thoughts to us, about us. And those stars, the washi tape stars, that represents that his thoughts, outnumber the sand, and to me they outnumber the stars is another way of saying that. So he thinks about you often. You might think that no one thinks about you, no one cares about you. He thinks about you often because he cares about you. And know that all of his thoughts to you, they're all precious. They're not thoughts of, oh, how dare they, or oh, they're terrible, or oh, I'm so angry at them. No. He's just like, look at them. Oh my gosh, aren't they amazing? I think they're beautiful. You are amazing. You. And you can always come running to his arms and he will be there, arms wide open. So I hope that was encouraging for you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. A big special thank you to my patrons who are supporting me this month in November. Thank you for helping me to make my creative dreams come true and allowing me to do this for yet another month. If you would like to join and become a patron and support my channel, bringing light and love to the world through creativity, inspiration and storytelling, and also journaling, the link will be below in the description box, where you get access to videos and printables. And at the $10 or higher level, you get access to every single one of my digital kits. There's also personal updates and behind the scenes looks into my life and process. If you'd like to take any of my journaling courses, all the links will be in the description box below too. And if you'd like to support my channel through a one-time donation, there's a buy me a coffee option if you just want to support my journey that way. May you journal your life because your stories matter.